everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Oh my word, you are going to love this one. We had one of the biggest earwax removals I have done in a very long time for this one. Don't go anywhere for this one, guys. This wax, it is so dry, it is so crumbly. My goodness me, there was so much in this ear canal. You can see here we've got this really dry type earwax here. It's really crumbling down as we start to take this out. All these little bits start breaking away. What we've got is a lot of very dry wax compressed into this canal. You are not going to believe when we spread this out afterwards just how much came out of this ear canal. But what you'll see is as it comes away from the canal, as we're getting this out of the canal, as soon as you pull, it almost, not explodes is a bit dramatic, but it all kind of unfolds and breaks apart as it comes out of the canal. This is quite a long one. I think it's about a 10-minute video. This lovely patient was sat in the chair for ages, bless him, but you'll see all of this coming away, all these little crumbly pieces, these tiny little bits. Just lifting some of these up so you can see them on the camera there as well, so you get a good appreciation for the size. But this is what I mean by it all crumbling together. As soon as we've got the Jobson horn in here trying to pull this out, you get all these little tiny bits, like these bits, all nestling down into the bowl of the ear, so this bit here. So you've got to go back in and kind of hoover all those up. But this was probably one of the most compressed. These are lots of pieces, all stuck together, all compressed together in one ear canal. It's phenomenal, this one. So we just get some big chunks coming away here. I'm thinking, yeah, big chunks. We're going to get quite a bit of this out in one go. It's, you know, it's not going to take too long to do. My word, was I wrong. So it's just going away to the outside edge. We're getting the central portions. You can see these layers of dry skin. Look at that lifting up there, coming away. We've got this hard layer around the outside edge. We've got dry skin. We've got hard wax. We've got crumbly. We've got everything thrown into this ear canal apart from a foreign body, unfortunately. But you can see we've got the crocodile forceps now coming into play just to start to get this out. It's great for skin, crocodile forceps. I know it gets a bad rep, guys, but the crocodile forceps is a great one for taking layers of skin out, which is what we're doing here. Out that comes. Okay, you've had your limelight, there you go. And then we're just going to go back in. This is the Jobson horn here. Now we can use a bit of suction, but what I'm finding with this wax, it is so compressed together that the suction really is just not pulling very well at all on this. So we're using a lot of the manual tools here. You can see I've got behind this section here with the Jobson horn. Look at this coming away, guys, starting to peel away there. Do you see what I mean about it? It's not quite sort of coming away as these coming almost as these bigger pieces, but as soon as you move them, all these little bits all crumble off them. There you go. That's another big bit coming away there. Let's bring up the camera so you can see. And that's brought this next section forward. So let's start lifting this one up as well. You can see a lot of looser bits further in there as well. Let's get a good grip on this one. This is a chunky piece. So don't forget, this is all coming out of one ear canal, guys. This is not two ear canals. This is just one side. Patient has a lot of difficulty with this one ear. Lots of issues with dry skin as well. That's a good size flake of dry skin coming away there. With a little bit of wax attached to the top. Let's get rid of that. And these little pieces as well. And we're still going. You can still see there's plenty more in there. So we're still going on this one. Let's get this out of the ear canal. There we go. Out that comes. And how are we looking now? Let's have a look. There's still a lot of wax. You can see it going all the way down this bottom right-hand corner, all the way around the outside edge. There's still plenty to come away. And there's these layer upon layer of dry skin wax all mixed in together. You can see these much darker sections further in as well. I'm finding it difficult to get a good grip here with the suction tube just because everything is so angular and everything is mobile in there, which most of the time wouldn't be an issue. But it's mobile at the front end, but still connected together with this interwoven piece of dry skin that's in there as well. So it's all kind of bound, it's moving a little bit, but you can't get enough grip on it to pull the suction out. Yeah, this is a tough old one too. This is probably one of the toughest ones I've done for a little while. So I'm just pulling this one now. You can see I've got a grip on the outside edge. Because it's so angular, the suction doesn't have a fantastic grip on here, but it is coming away well. There you go, you can see lovely big chunk of wax there. Let's get in behind it. Let's hold on to this next section. Oh, you can see what I meant there. I got a good grip, but as you start to pull it, it's being held in by the skin. Same as this back section here. We're in a kind of a bit of a pickle now. We don't really know where to go with this because we're probing and trying to loosen that back section. We're trying to loosen the front section. Let's bring the forceps back in here. Let's see if we can clamp onto that one little bit and draw this forwards. There we go. Out that comes. Now every piece we take away is loosening that main chunk of wax. So let's go in now. Let's see if we can get that little bit of skin there. We've still got the crocodile forceps on here. Let's see if we can grab that little bit of skin. Is that going to help to pull? There we go. Out that piece. Look, that's a sizable piece there. These very wide but flat pieces of skin and wax coming away. Still got the forceps on here. Oh, there we go. Now we're just starting to see our first glimpse of the eardrum. But we've still got a lot around the outside edge here. We've got a ton of wax still in here. So let's keep pulling this forwards. Now we're going to get to the sort of nitty gritty bit, these real kind of little pieces that have all been bound together in there. They're always much lighter in color as well. So let's get a grip on this next section. You can see it with this dry skin, it's dried in onto the canal walls. This is what's holding this in, is this layer of skin that's wrapped around this main wax plug, and that's just dried it and held everything into place there. Let's lift. You can see what I mean about those thin layers. Well, I talked the other week, but I put people off cornflakes for life in this earlier. But it's those kind of layers, this very kind of thin, brittle layers you can see coming away. We're still going in here, guys. We've got a lot of this sort of waxy material and skin material down, bottom of the canal into the anterior recess, all still bound together. That's a good piece. Can we get hold of enough of that with suction to pull this out? Just the front end, you can see that back end is holding on for grim death back there. It doesn't want to let go. So we're just getting back in now. Let's loosen this next section. Let's see if we can get a good grip on this. There, oh, there we go. We managed to break that front. You saw that bottom section just tease off the canal wall there, not quite coming away, but just starting to come off a little bit more. So we know we've got a little bit of loose wax a bit further in. So let's aim around that area. Can we pull this next section? Look how dry that is. You can see just how crumbly, dry, solid this wax is. Nothing wants to give. And we've got this whole section we haven't even addressed here on this right hand side that's going pretty much all the way back down to the entrance of the canal. So we've got that section to contend with. So let's move back to there now. Let's see if that's holding some of these pieces in. Let's get hold of this big section here. We're still going, guys. I told you it was a good one, didn't I? I told you there was loads in here. So let's get rid of that. Let's take a look behind it. There we go. I did actually message Taylor. I sent her a picture of the ruler shot and said, you know, what do you think of this one? And he did say he thinks this is probably one of the biggest ones I've done. I can't remember. We kind of had a chat about it after. We think it's up there. I think it's in the top. It's got to be in the top 3 of the biggest or the total amount of wax we've taken out of somebody's ear canal. It's got to be quite high up there, I reckon. You guys watch these more often than I do. You'll probably be able to tell me better than I would. So we're just going to take away this section. You can see that dry skin. Look at that peeling away. That whole section on the right-hand side peeling off the canal wall there. That dry skin disappearing down into the canal. You can see it gets much, much lighter. This is sort of fresher, dry skin there. Oh my goodness, there is still more in here. Look, we're going across the bottom now as well. We've got to get that up. So much in here. It's just, now we're down. See, we're at this point, everything is solid. Nothing really wants to move. So now we've got to really work on loosening this up. So I've switched it down. We've got a fine end on here. Let's see if we can peel. Look at that. It just, you can see what I mean about it not wanting to budge. I'm adopting a little bit of a wiggle in there to try and get this moving. Let's try and pull this top section. Look at it though, it is solid in there. You can see just how dry and just how rigid all this stuff is. Out that's coming. Please guys, you've got to stay tuned to see the ruler shot at the end. It is phenomenal. I'm telling you, it was so much. It's like a scene from Jaws where you just take a look at it and go, I could need a bigger ruler. But when you take this way, you can see now we're just starting at that top section. and this bottom section. It's just these two last pieces are sort of connected together. There we go, out that bottom section comes. So we can get that. Now we can get that off. We were struggling a little bit with the top section with having enough room to peel it away. But now that bottom section's gone, we can peel straight down. So we're gonna be able to peel this off. There we go, look at that, look at that coming away. Oh, it's, go on. You can see it actually peeling off the skin from behind as well. Look how attached that was to the skin behind. There you go, out that comes. Out that comes. Whew. We got there in the end, guys. You can see all the layer of dry skin on the outside edge as well. Look at that. There we go. So there's the eardrum there, looking a heck of a lot better. Let's show you what it looked like beforehand. Oh, we didn't. Look at that. I've never seen that amount come out. I'm sure I haven't. I can't even see the end of the ruler. What's that, 11 centimeters? Is up there now? I think that was 4¼ I can't quite remember. That was a phenomenal amount of wax. You can see all those pieces. Can you see what I mean about those pieces breaking down into tiny, tiny pieces? There was so much packed in there. My goodness, I need to sit down. I think you guys are probably going to sit down after that one as well. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm sure you did. If you did, don't forget to give us a like. If you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. I'm going to go for a cup of tea and a sit down, and I'll see you again for the next video. Bye, everyone.